All right, my friends, welcome to the Palindrome episode. This is episode 212 of Prof and Dev Play Games. My name is Larry, and I am at Prof Plays Games on Twitter, and over there is Anthony, the Dev, at Summer Speak, and your company has a trailer up.
Yeah, we did put a trailer up, the narrative trailer.
I couldn't click on it, but I'm looking forward to watching it later.
I hate Instagram so much.
Instagram sucks.
At least I actually put it there. I'm in the one who's actually in charge of the Instagram feed. And I was trying so hard to find ways to get links to work for Instagram. They just don't. And the only way you can do it is with stories. You can swipe up sometimes, set a link, but you have to have a certain number of followers to get that a privilege.
Well, I don't know. Okay, so that's maybe one way, but the other way that people usually do is they just put a link in their bio.
You can do that, yes.
That's why whenever people have a post, they say, link in bio. So I was like looking in your bio, I was like, where's the link?
I'll swap it to the bio, but still, it's absolutely obnoxious. And for all the tricks I have to do to post there, because to post, like all the screenshots, everything I do is on my PC.
Right.
You can't post to Instagram on a PC.
I know, God.
I found a way to do it by tricking It's basically Chrome allows you to say, like, go into developer tools and tell the Chrome browser to display a page as if it was from a phone. And when you do that, Instagram responds to the Chrome browser as a mobile browser.
Oh, that makes sense.
And then I can have functionality.
Right.
Oh, but it's so annoying. God, they make
dumb.
it super hard. I'm also in charge of the game's Twitter account, so you could also just check there.
What is this Twitter you're talking about?
in search of a home, at In Search of a Home.
All right, I'll check it out.
And the links are there. So we offloaded certain social media responsibilities to different people. So
that makes sense.
I took Instagram and the game's Twitter. Carl has the company Twitter and Facebook. And then we have someone else who does a bunch of the video editing and everything. And
nice. Oh, here we go. I found it right here.
Yep.
Is it the one that starts with the stalwart 2300 evacuees?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Just a minute long, just kind of sets the tone of the game. And
yeah, everyone check it out. In Search of a Home, all one word, on Twitter.
Yeah.
And, eventually check out the Instagram for Ghostly Bear.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We're all social media interns, basically.
Yeah, of course.
As we call ourselves.
Yep.
Too old for this shit.
Yeah, I understand. I try to stay off. I guess Instagram I do a little bit of stuff, but still it's a pain in the ass. You can't put links anywhere that you want.
Yeah, I don't completely understand that. I mean, they want to keep everyone, I assume, in Instagram and not linking them out to other places, but still.
Yeah, I think that's probably the point, right?
But I can't put videos there, so that's annoying. Or long videos.
It's like capped at a minute.
It's pretty short, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, unless you got the followers, then you're all cool and get all sorts of special abilities. But yeah,
of course.
Don't have those.
Gotta buy followers.
I am not an influencer.
Yet. I'm looking up In Search of a Home on Steam because it says go there and wishlist it, so I shall do that.
Please do that. Wishlists help.
Does it help with visibility?
Yes. It's probably cool. Like the main way to get visibility is to have active wishlists.
This says it's releasing in 4 days?
Yep.
What the fuck?
It's just the early access thing. It's it's early. It's still very much an alpha. But there's a full game there. We expect that it will give a number of playthroughs in its current state, and as we add more content, it will be even better. So.
Oh shit! Okay. Well, they've got a game coming out in early access on Friday, so jump on there, get on your wish list on Steam. In Search of a Home. I like the logo a lot.
Just wish list it. I would love buying it. That's great, but right now, just with the simple act of wish listing it is huge.
Okay.
Steam algorithms suck for surfacing things, and that's pretty much how you do it. Get wish lists. Right. So
cool. Well, I have clicked, and I will.
Thank you.
I will ask my wife to do the same, but she doesn't have Steam.
Yeah. Oh, I can get my wife to do it.
Hey, babe. Do you know what Steam is? Perfect.
It's just the water that comes out of the tea kettle.
She says it's related to video games. Yep, that's it. True. You got it. Nailed it. No, that was totally right. So this week we're talking about Shawn Layden and what the fuck happened to that dude, leaving Sony kind of not unceremoniously, but not ceremoniously.
No, it was
either.
Pretty unceremoniously.
Okay.
It was a tweet at first, And everyone was like, what the fuck's this tweet? There's no press release, there's no nothing. Is this a real tweet? And that went on for at least 15, 20 minutes of people going,
is this a joke?
Is this a joke? Did PlayStation's Twitter get hacked? What's going on? And as typically people have said, and I saw, is like Sony's usually very up on this stuff, on like rolling out something like this and making sure all the information goes out at the right time. So it more just shows that this was really sudden, most likely.
Yeah, and some stuff that I've been reading, let's see, the article that I read from GameDaily.biz was talking about a lot of kind of internal battles, politicking, and kind of all the I don't know, the SIE and Sony of Europe all kind of coming under one roof, and him taking over Worldwide Studios. But then it talked about here it is. This is the least amount of clarity we've had on a new console this close to transition, a source inside Sony said. I believe that the global restructuring is exponentially exacerbating the already difficult process of transitioning to a new generation, and we're getting nervous, very nervous. Pretty interesting quote there. Yeah,
I mean, I think I've always said that whenever you have generation switches, it's usually the current winners is in the place to lose it. Not from external competition most times, but because they mess up.
Yeah, and we've kind of been waiting for that. Everything that Sony does is kind of like the cross-play, cross-save, whatever, all this other stuff. Like, this is where their hubris is going to make them drop the ball. But maybe this is it, where they're like, well, we're on top, and I should be in charge, or you should be in charge.
Yeah, I mean, that's just internal politics messes up the transition, and it's nothing to do with, because now we have cross-play and cross-save. Like, all that stuff is... I think in the past, I don't know when all the cross-save stuff, we can talk about it when we talk about what we're playing later.
Right.
But the cross-play stuff was this week when they announced that, like that it's cross-play across all platforms now. They've opened it up to Switch as well.
Right. They came out of beta with that whole thing.
Yep. So they have all of that. I don't know. It has to be internal politics. But the thing is, it's just how sudden it was, because Shawn Layden hasn't said a thing.
Right.
Like, his Twitter account is dead silent.
Yeah. And every time that we see people in the games industry that kind of move on from things, they announce, like, I have nothing to announce now, but, enjoyed my time there, yada, yada, yada. This reads as fucking not happy with what's going on.
Yeah. I feel like it's, I've read that same article, but just internal power play of someone wanted Worldwide Studios under them.
Right.
As a power move, basically.
Wow.
Consolidate their power.
Doesn't that ultimately harm Worldwide Studios?
Probably.
Yeah. That's like your fucking goldmine, man. That's what made PS4 where it's out, just the games,
Yeah.
Why fuck with it?
Because someone thinks they can do it better.
Fuck, man, it's already going great.
That's not how corporate I would say America works, but really corporate culture anywhere works of we can do better. There's never we're doing good, it's okay. We're really doing great. It's, well, that's good. How can we grow this more? How can we do more?
Well, especially true with stocks and things, right? We have to keep growing and keep growing. And obviously,
the same
this is a publicly traded company,
Yeah.
They're publicly traded, so it still makes sense. Like, that filters down. But it's just from the outside, it's just so dumb.
It does feel dumb. Like, I mean, let's go through Layden's career. What was there? He was there 30 years. Started in Sony Japan, I think I read. And really just worked through Sony corporate for those 30 years until eventually getting these promotions into, I think he managed, Europe for a while? I was looking at his career trajectory at some point, and it was pretty insane.
He was a chairman of that's right. After SIE, he became Worldwide Studios head. Yeah. Obviously.
It was London. He was doing stuff out of Europe, vice president in Sony Computer Entertainment in Europe. He was there for 9 years.
Sony Japan.
Yeah. Like, he put in a lot of time at a lot of different places in that company. So yeah, it's crazy to see him just be like out. And
Jim
really
Ryan's
no one specific
there still.
Yeah. And the thing is that came out of all of what Sony has said, and which is even weirder, because you said publicly traded company, no one's actually said who's taking over his position.
Right.
Or like what the hell what the transition plan is. Usually when an executive leaves like this, you have a transition plan in place and who is taking over the role.
And you talk about it publicly pretty quickly.
Yeah, because you're a publicly traded company and people who own your stock want to know. So the fact that we're still almost a week out since this, and we still don't know what's going on is really weird.
Yeah. And he was so, when I think of Sony, I think of Shuhei, and then I think of Shawn Layden.
Yep.
You know? And man, so this tells me that PSX ain't happening this year. If they can't figure out their shit at this level, then they can't figure that out, I think. I was kind of holding out hope that it would be a PSX this year, but I guess we're already in the beginning of October and we should have known by now.
Yeah, I think they would have said something, because it would probably be December.
Yeah, it's usually December.
Yeah. So, yeah, I would expect that there's not going to be something like that, but it still puts in the air of, like, when are they announcing a PS5? Like, what is this transition plan? Can anyone there, or is at that level, figured out what's going on?
Yeah, and like I said, that article quotes people on the inside saying, man, our shit for the new generation is kind of problematic right now.
Yeah. I mean, I trust that the hardware will be there. That's so crazy. It's still Cerny, who did the architect for PS4, is doing PS5. So I actually have a lot of confidence that the hardware will be just fine and actually really good. But a console is not just the hardware, especially whenever you're launching it. So I don't know. This just came out of nowhere. It really surprised me. So I don't really know what's going to happen with this. I hope in the next week we'll know more. The big question is where. I don't think Layden's done. Who's going to pick him up?
Oh, yeah,
I'm pretty sure he can get offers from anywhere.
Yeah. God, I wonder who has that kind of vacuum. They need someone.
Stadia.
Oh, fuck, dude. I didn't even think of that.
Google has shit tons of money. They could just back a truck up of money to him and be like, hey, help us out.
Fuck, that is the perfect fit.
I mean, Stadia, Amazon, any of those big companies that are tangential to games, but want to get more into games, they just have a crap ton of money.
Wow.
I mean, he's like late 50s, 58, 59, I think. Let me look. Yeah, it's 58. So, I mean, I'm sure he could early retire if he wanted to.
Oh, I'm sure he has the money.
But how would you like a lot more money for just a few more years?
Well, especially if you're just not done.
Yeah.
Like you still want to do stuff, then it's not even just about the money. Like if you're comfortable where you are, like you just want to keep working and like you have something to offer. And Stadia is the perfect fit. That sounds that's smart. Speaking of that, my pre-order is supposed to come at some point this month, I think. So that'll be an interesting pickup this month.
I love you don't know exactly when. It's just going to arrive one day and you're like, oh, Stadia's here.
It's kind of the same thing with The Witcher 3, and I know that it releases on October 15th, but my life is a fucking whirlwind right now, so it'll just show up.
And then you'll sit down with the Switch and just not stop playing for a bit.
Yeah, I'm going to just dig right in and enjoy the hell out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he's going to go someplace else. I mean, what could it theoretically could be Microsoft in the end? That would be a huge coup.
Oh, wow. That would be crazy.
But we've seen crazier things, so I just feel like he's going to be in the industry somewhere. Just maybe he'll take a little bit of time off, though.
I'm sure his family might enjoy that.
Yeah, and he might enjoy that too, because getting burnt like that at the end there may be good to go on a nice long vacation, clear your head a bit, figure out a game plan to where you want to go.
Yeah, because you can kind of just write your own ticket, I would
pretty much, yeah.
Coming from that position for so long.
Yeah, and being so successful. That's the thing about it. Like, you hear all about these executives that fail companies and then still can get jobs, $50 million a year jobs.
Matrick? Did Matrick go to Zynga?
Yeah. For $50 million. He failed so up. And then you feel all these executives that fail up, and I'm like, well, here's an executive who actually, like, did amazing work and has the receipts to prove how well he managed the PS4 generation, especially of first-party games. So he better get something out of that. Get some respect from that. So, yeah. I got nothing else on this. It's just crazy. I'm
just thinking about what you said about Worldwide Studios getting yanked what that's going to do to just the incredible output they've been having. Yeah. Hopefully nothing, but that's been the hallmark of Sony this generation, has been those incredible first-party games.
Yeah. They've done really well. And the thing is, it's going to be a new executive in there.
And if they come in and just say, like, do what you always do because you're doing great, awesome. But if they come in and say, here's some changes I want, here's some things I want to see, Yeah. I don't know how involved. I mean, Layden obviously had feedback and input.
All the executives always do.
Yeah.
It's the thing is it good feedback? Is it worthwhile feedback? Does it improve the games? And clearly Layden's feedback was at least good, or he was more like, hey, here's my feedback, but you know what's best. You figure it out. EA was not like that. In my history with them, they wanted executives there wanted very specific changes lots of times. It was not a hands-off thing. So we'll see. I'm hoping not. Hopefully that whoever gets in charge of Worldwide Studios understands that just like the teams know what they're doing. Just
hands the fuck off.
Yes.
He comes in now and he's like, oh, this Last of Us 2 thing, here's what I'd like to see you do instead. Like, oh man. God, go away. Oh, man.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
I got nothing else.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Why don't we move on to what we've been playing this week, and we can start with Destiny 2, since we both played that. Although you played a lot more than I did.
Not a ton more. I played probably another couple hours total than when we played.
Okay.
So I played the day, what was that, Tuesday, when Shadowkeep came out?
Yeah,
and New Light. Sorry, not First Light. New Light. And
how did you mix that up?
I have no clue. Light everywhere. God. It's I mean, I haven't played any Destiny 2 before this. Right. So this is my first introduction to Destiny 2. And you haven't played a new character yet.
No, I just took my character from Destiny 1. Oh, you mean like a new character in this new...
Yeah.
No, I have not.
It's so crazy. It's such a nostalgia trip. It's the Destiny 1 start. Like, they just took that mission from Destiny 1, where not the Guardian, your little floaty bot. What's your floaty bot?
Oh, Ghost?
Your ghost finds you, wakes you up, brings you back to life. Yes. I don't know.
That's better. I'm going to call it floaty bot now.
Floaty bot.
Floaty Dinklebot.
Your Dinklebot, which is no longer a Dinklebot. It's that mission of waking you up and then going through the Cosmodrome, into the Cosmodrome through the wall.
Right.
And same tutorial. It was super nostalgic, getting to the point where you kill a couple waves of dudes and get your ship and fly to the tower. And it's not anything like the opening mission for Destiny 2 where the tower's destroyed. So that's the thing. And it's really weird that that's just how it opens. And you hit the tower, and it's like the tower is like, go talk to these main people, and they start giving you quests to go talk to other people and do other things. But
the tower is there. It's
totally there.
I'm confused now, because the beginning of Destiny 2 is like the tower's getting fucking destroyed.
Yep.
They just took that away?
I mean, I've now, in another hour I've played, and I can talk about cross-save with this, because I have it on my computer as well.
Mm-hmm.
I loaded up my character, which is cross-saved with PS4, and played a few missions in the campaign. Because how you play campaigns now is totally different. You talk to, I don't know who the NPC is, you talk to him. Actually, it's the flight mechanic. Haley?
Oh, yeah. Fuck. The woman.
The woman.
Yeah.
You talk to her, and it shows you all the campaigns you have unlocked.
Oh, okay.
And you just say
DLC kind of stuff or whatever.
Yeah, it will show you any DLCs you have and the main. So it was like, is it the Red War? Is the Destiny 2 the name?
Mm-hmm.
So you just select, say, I want to do Red War, and then you take that quest, and now you have the quest for the Red War, and you open up your director, and you see all the planets and everything, and you can be like, oh, the quest for the Red War starts there. I want to do that quest, and you just get dropped into the campaign, and you do the campaign missions. And
does it start with the tower being done?
Yeah.
Okay.
I went through the first two missions, so I'm at the farm, but the director now, I have access to the farm, but I can also just go back to the tower.
Right.
So the stories are just side stories to play.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, total weird way to do it in some ways, but it does fit the mold of what they were trying to do with this, which is, hey, if someone wants to new player, you have friends that have already played Destiny 2, been playing for a while, and you're a new person that comes in, they're like, hey, play with us. In old Destiny 2, you would have to jump on, play through pretty much the entire campaign, plus do other things before you could play with your friends.
Right.
And they wanted to eliminate that. They basically want it so that any new player can jump in if they have friends already playing. Within a few hours, they can be playing with them. And just take down that barrier, basically. And I think that actually works. I mean, I have pretty much everything unlocked that I could do. I could do any type of PvP. I can do strikes. I can do raids.
Right.
I can't go to every planet yet. That's what they kind of gate. And it's really fast to unlock, though. That's what they gate behind XP now. Not levels. You just earn XP, and at certain XP points, they just open up another planet for you to go to.
That's cool.
And it's pretty quick. Like, I already have 3 or 4 unlocked.
Yeah, I think when I loaded in, I had them all unlocked.
Yeah.
I thought I did, at least, because I have played so much. Maybe it wiped me.
I don't think it did.
Okay.
I think since you...
Because when I was in the director, I was trying to click on all the ones, and it showed that I could go, I think.
Yeah, so they probably, since you've done all that already...
Yeah.
You have access to all of it. The only thing they wiped is there are no more levels anymore.
Right.
It's only light, and everyone starts at 750 light. And your light goes up based on the gear you equip. That's that. So get better gear.
Yeah.
I mean, it's truly just a loot game at this point.
Yeah.
It's like
it's a loot game.
Really focused on that loot. As you saw and were surprised, you could go swap to any subclass you wanted of your Guardian.
Yeah, that was surprising.
You didn't have to earn any of it. You're just like, oh, it's all unlocked. I can just swap as I want.
And I was slightly confused because I had earned... I fully unlocked one of them when I did the Destiny 2 playthrough, but then I started to unlock the second one, but only did a couple, and didn't even touch the third. And then I went in there and I just cycled through them all. I could do any of them. And then when I cycled through each one, then it popped the trophy, like I had done something. So weird.
There you go.
Yeah, that's... interesting. I'm looking forward to Stadia coming because Stadia comes with Destiny with Shadowkeep. So I want to play through that. Although I haven't even played the Cade 6, so I don't know if I even have access to that. I don't think I do. So I will do. Right now?
Yeah.
I never bought that pack though.
I mean, if you've bought Shadowkeep, you don't have to buy... If you buy Shadowkeep, you can go to the moon. Basically, once your light gets to like 780, which is a few upgrades, but they don't gate it that way anymore. And so was that Forsaken stuff where the Cade 6 was going on?
Yeah, yep.
So, I mean, you just can play those missions when you want to.
But I thought that was gated behind buying that expansion.
You do have to own Forsaken, though.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you...
I haven't bought it, but I know that Stadia comes with everything. So
then you'll be fine.
Yeah, so I'll play it there. I'll do the cross-save and put it over on my Stadia and figure out how to play that.
Yeah, I mean, cross-save was trivial to set up.
Nice.
Like, I just went to Bungie's site, my account, and said, I want to do cross-save. And they're like, what's your primary platform?
Yeah.
I just chose PS4 as my primary, and then I linked all my other accounts to its Steam. Weirdly, you link your Xbox if you have an account there that they know about.
Well, you can do Battle.net for now, but...
But basically, you just link they're all there, and you just, like, authorized link between all of them, and once you're done, it's like, yep, your PS4 is your primary, which is kind of a weird thing. Like, it's basically, if anything ever gets out of sync, it will always go to that primary account and use that. But, yeah, I played on my PC, and all my progress got cross-saved, so when I play on PS4, I've done a few more missions of the campaign. So, it's really freeing where I can play and when I want to play. So, kudos to Bungie on that part. I've talked about a bunch of stuff, but not actually playing the game. It's Destiny. Gunplay is really, good. Really good. Yeah. It always, it's huge. Like, the way that this is opened up now is just, I'm like, God, there's a lot you can do in this game. And really, it's up to you to figure out what you want to be doing. You want to do PvP, go to town. If you want to do strikes, do it. Doesn't matter. Quests, go for it. Dailies. I think that's the only thing with it, is it's somewhat overwhelming with the amount of stuff I can do. And I don't really know what I want to be doing. Because I know doing all the dailies progresses you to getting, like, special gear from different people. or you can trade in at the end of a week. I think that's the thing I read. It was like you can do 8 dailies to a person, and then they'll give you a reward at the end of the week. But I'm also like, well, who should I focus on? Because I don't know. Yeah.
It was also like the do they still have the factions?
I assume. I don't know.
You can align with, yeah.
I haven't looked into that part yet. I know that the armor is different. They call it Armor 2.0. I don't know exactly what that means. But they supposedly revamped the entire armor system and how armor drops and how loot drops. There's like fixed drops on things now, on a lot of things, so you don't have to...
so it's not a random roll?
Yeah, you don't have to random roll whenever you do certain strikes anymore, or different events. I don't know. There was a lot of changes. But
once I played Destiny, I stopped following it, so I don't know what people were excited about for these changes, or what they were looking forward to, or what there was even.
I mean, when I'm playing it, I just look at it now, and I wanted to play it again and see Destiny 2, and never playing Destiny 2, but playing... Now what I'm remembering is actually a ton of Destiny 1.
Right.
I wanted to see what they believe Destiny 2 as a platform is, because I don't think there's a Destiny 3. Because that's the other change. There's seasons now. It's 3 months. It's a $10 pass, or it comes with Shadowkeep. And that's what you gain levels in. Just like any other, like Apex Legends, Fortnite, those season passes. You get a season, there's a season. If you have the pass or not, you get rewards as you gain experience. If you have the pass, you get extra rewards. Simple. That's it.
Yeah,
and it resets every 30 days. They don't say, not 30 days. About every 3 months, as they say. So there'll be 4 seasons a year.
Right.
And it's like a mix of cosmetics and like exotic weapons and things like that. I don't know. It's kind of crazy, but
it's the gunplay gets you in the door, and then like the overwhelmingness. If you can find something that is interesting to you, then you'll probably stick around for a little bit at least.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that the campaign. I'm wondering if you do play the campaign, what you think of the story.
I at least want to play through the campaign. Like I'm already. Yeah. It's at least giving me something to focus on, and from what I read, for someone coming in new, the recommendation is to just play through the campaign, because by the time you get out of it, you'll be at a reasonable light level to jump into other things, and it's just a general nice introduction to the gameplay.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting level design. Is the story interesting? Not to me, but the level design I thought was pretty good. So and it plays fucking great. So
I mean, it's a gorgeous game.
Like,
it still holds up. I was like, God, the gunplay is great, the moment-to-moment gunplay, and then the level design, even from the first 2 missions, is great. And just gorgeous. Like, there's just some amazing framed shots, and levels that you're wandering through. So, yeah, I'm excited to continue to play a little bit more, and see where I get. And see if I don't get too overwhelmed. I think that's the only thing in the back of my head is like, this is going to be too much, and I'm just going to shut down and be like, I don't know what to do. So we will see. We'll get back to that later. What else did I play this week? Zelda. I played another.
Nice.
I beat the first dungeon and working my way to the next dungeon. So
how do you feel about the quality of the dungeons?
They're good. They're short. They're a little bit short. The first one was shorter than I'm like, was it this short to begin with? But it had nice. It was nice, a little quick. Figured it out. It's classic Zelda dungeons. Find the item that you need. Oh, you got that item. Now look at all the places you can go in this dungeon and finish it and beat the boss.
And did you pick up tiles that you can put in that like Zelda Maker thing?
I have not yet.
Huh.
I haven't been introduced to that yet, so I don't know when that shows up.
I thought it came out of dungeons for some reason, but I guess not.
I mean, I did do the dungeon. I just haven't seen the thing about making your own dungeon yet. So
I wonder if it unlocks after you beat the game or something. Yeah,
or it's somewhere in the game that I haven't found. A shopkeeper or something that I need to talk to.
Right.
Because isn't it a gravekeeper that unlocks it for you?
I don't know, actually.
I thought there was someone you had to talk to from trailers, but
I stayed away from the trailers, so I'm not sure. Yeah, let us know. But I played through into the Lost Woods, I guess, going up north, the Haunted Forest or whatever the heck it was called.
Yeah.
but that was about it. I haven't gotten to the first dungeon yet. It plays well, but the frame rate really does stutter.
It does.
When you come out of places and get back to the overworld.
It doesn't stutter in dungeons.
Oh, that's good.
It's only in the overworld.
Yeah. That's really good then. Grezzo made this, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, I've seen the stutter. So yeah, I'm just past where you are. Like, I went through the hidden forest.
Yeah.
Was able to trick the raccoon and get the thing I needed.
Yeah.
And do the dungeon. Get the key so I could go do the dungeon. And do the dungeon.
Oh, man. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, go ahead.
I was thinking about the raccoon, and then something else popped in my head. There was the Yeti. They do t-shirts every daily designs, you know? There's a daily design from last week where it was called Want to Trade.
Oh, God.
And you start with the Yoshi doll, and it trades and it just goes through the, like 30 things you trade, and then the final item that you get from that trade. I don't know if you know what that is or not. But it's an item that you need. But it has the whole sequence of the things you trade.
That's hilarious.
Remind me of when we were in high school, there was some story about eBay where someone like put a paperclip on eBay and then traded it for something.
Yeah, it wasn't an eBay thing. It was just a person. And at this point, I'm like, is it a urban legend?
Yeah.
Or is it real? But I want to believe I looked it up at some point. It was real, and it was just a person that said, I want to start with a paperclip, and I want to see what I can trade for.
Right.
And they eventually traded for a house in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, it was in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
But they're like, got a house. And it took them forever.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't a quick thing.
Just like video gamed his own life.
Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe he played Link's Awakening and was like, okay, how can I do this in real life? Oh, that's awesome. This week, obviously, Destiny. The only thing of note for me is that what we played, I had never seen.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, like I don't even know like where we are, and I'm pretty sure I would remember it from the game, even though I might not remember like the storyline. But no, I think it was a new area, and there's been a lot of things added to that game, so it's very possible that it was totally new. But I really enjoyed it. It was fun co-op.
Yeah.
And I like the way that everything has been simplified a little bit with the items, where it's just power or whatever it is.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was cool. But the thing that I played the most this week, I went on a trip, so I got to bring my Switch on the plane, play on the plane, and get to play in my hotel room and play on the way home. So I was gonna get a lot of playing time in, and fucking idiot did not bring a USB-C cable, so I only had one round of battery. So I desperately need my Switch on the plane, so I played it on the plane there and the way back. But on the plane there, I played Sayonara Wild Hearts. Played the entire game, so in one sitting, which was honestly the way to play it. Like, that was really great that I had the opportunity to just sit there and go from beginning to end through 25, 30 songs or whatever it is.
Yeah, and some are really short. There's only
super
9
short,
or 10, which are the big long tracks, like the main tracks, which I love. They're fantastic. But yeah, you got to play it. You got to experience it. The pop album video game.
Yeah, and it makes sense that it's kind of like a rhythm game in that you're shifting to different lanes with the beat or whatever and attacking. But the way that it plays with rhythm games and has just tons of different mechanics that are related, tangentially to rhythm games, like you're doing a fighting game, by hitting on the beat, and then obviously moving your vehicle to dodge things on the beat. And at one point you you ride or turn into an elk.
You ride an elk. Yeah.
You're riding an elk. Okay. There are two that stood out for me. One is the one that you had mentioned to me over text, but the one where it's was it Forest Dub, I think it was.
Oh, when you're high.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's so weird to control.
Mm-hmm. And it's delayed, and it just it delays dub delays, and it just felt very the mechanics were keyed so well to the music in that level, even though it was so short. I kind of wish that one was longer. But I like the overarching. It felt like a rock opera kind of thing, where they tell a story through their album or whatever. This was obviously a story from beginning to end. Man, yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's just something that I haven't had. It's a unique experience on Switch.
It really is, and I do recommend, if you ever want to do it, play through what you unlocked for beating it. The
arcade mode.
Yep, where it just has none of the level transitions. It doesn't have the breakout to the menu. So it's just song after song after song. It just
it just keeps going?
Yeah, and it keeps your score from the entire thing.
Oh man,
so it's just playing the game. Only interruptions are when it's loading into the next stage, but you never transition back to a menu.
That's awesome.
It's just fluid. And so if you ever find yourself with like 50 minutes of just pure, I want to just zen out, that's what I was doing once I beat it. The following week, I did it like 2 to 3 times of just playing through that mode, just putting headphones on, and then just letting flow state hit me, and just being like, I'm just going to flow through this game.
Right.
And yeah, it's really good that way. And you mentioned the story, and I'm actually surprised how much the emotion of the story hit me through it. Like, the climax of the whole thing is great. The build up to that final medley.
Right.
I guess spoilers
with all the wild hearts at the end.
Yeah, you're going back through them all, but you're not fighting them at that point. You're basically, but they're all you as well.
Yeah. Well, I thought that was smart the way that they did that, where you just kiss each one.
Yeah.
Like that's the ultimate end.
The end is becoming happy again.
Yeah.
Like facing down all, I guess, your inner demons. Like,
right.
That's the message of it I can get is person has really bad heartbreak at the beginning, is very angry through a lot of the game, works through anger, starts forgiving themselves for everything. Which is just a simple, let's be honest, most pop music is about love and death. So, it hits all those right emotional notes.
Right.
And without really any dialogue from any of the main characters or anything. There's just the narrator, who is Queen Latifah.
Oh, yeah. Was it? I was like, this voice is really fucking
It is. They say it at the end of the credits.
Oh, I didn't see that. I was like, it's a black woman. Which one?
It's Queen Latifah.
Fucking hell, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm just like, because it's at the very end of all the credits. And they just say, and they put it on screen for a moment, her name only at the end, narrator, Queen Latifah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, how the hell did you get her to do this? I'm sure that was Annapurna helping out there.
Yeah. Still, it's fucking rad.
It is rad, and it works.
Yeah. But it was the only thing that was trippy about it was like, I know this voice, and it just like pulled me out of it a little bit. Like, who the fuck is this? Yeah. But there wasn't that much narrator. It was kind of bookending the story.
It's just bookends at the beginning, and then for you, whenever you're playing it arcade play, it's they tell you your rank basically.
Same voice.
Yep, same voice.
Oh, cool. Okay.
What is the? And then you mentioned the other one we mentioned on text, the other level, the parallel universes.
And that's the one where it's the two.
Yeah, and they're snapping.
God, that was my second favorite.
They start as snapping like slowly. There's snaps, and then there's 2 of them, and they start happening faster. And then they start doing a 3 where they snap, and then clap together in the middle. Right. And so then that's the part that I failed so much when I first hit there until something just clicked, and I was like, oh. And I was just in the flow of the music, and I could just weave back and forth. And
that was the only part that I didn't like about that, is because I figured out that you just go left, right, left, right, left. Like, it wasn't that hard. And I was like, oh, like, I can't see these things. Okay, but if I just hold right, then hold left, and then hold right, like, I just got through the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I wish there was a little more complexity to that. But basically, the snapping, like, you see something, and then it snaps again, and then you see another image. But the first image is still there. You just can't see it. So you could run into those things. And it was just like, for the benefit of our audience, that's what we're talking about.
Yes.
But fuck, that level design was great. Like, that one sticks out after the forest stuff. That's the second one that sticks out the most to me. But I want to replay.
There was so much weird stuff in that game. When it switches to res mechanics, that's when you have the bow and you're shooting everything.
Oh yeah,
totally. Like that's res. Right. There's pretty much every, I would consider an older arcade game mixed in here somewhere.
Yeah. There's like shoot 'em up, shmup.
Yep.
Mechanics for part of it.
Yep.
The VR thing where you fought the VR Arcana or whatever was so interesting. Where you're kind of like on the face of a VR headset.
Oh, basically. That was so weird.
Yeah, it was.
But then once you realize that you're still on the face of that VR thing and that person, I want to know technically how they did some of that stuff. Because it's not like super high quality visual. Like it all looks beautiful and fits, but they're not pushing super high realistic. But they do some crazy technical level design that I've just been super wondering how they pull it off with such smoothness. Time to the music, the whole thing.
Right.
I can see why it took them many years to get this game done.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of moving parts that have to hit exactly right. Plus the feel of it. And
yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you recommended it. Glad I picked it up. It's $12 or whatever, $13 on Switch. Yeah. I had a ton of coins from the voucher purchases that I made, so it ended up being half price of that anyways.
And I figured it would be great for a plane ride for you because, you're sitting there, can't go anywhere, and you'll have good headphones on.
Man, I will tell you, so you know how long that game lasts.
Yeah.
I started it when I got into my seat, and I finished it probably 10 minutes into the flight. That's how long we sat on the runway, waiting for people to come in. So I played most of it before the plane was even off the ground.
What?
Yeah, there was a plane to San Jose that was delayed. So those people came onto our plane.
Oh.
But it took them a while to get their bags off the other plane or whatever else, or wherever the fucking bags were.
So you just got to sit there taxied for...
Yep. It was probably 40 minutes. Oh. So I played most of the game on the ground. And then I switched over to Smash Brothers afterwards, and I had a lot of fun playing the 3v3 kind of tag team.
Nice.
Whatever the hell it's called. Playing just random. So I was able to play a bunch of different characters. Had a lot of fun.
That's cool.
That game is just fun as shit. I can't wait to see what the next character is.
Who knows? There's going to be so many more.
Yeah, well, more packs. Maybe we'll have a Shawn Layden character.
There we go.
Oh, man. Oh, all right. Well, anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Awesome. Well, this has been episode 212 of Prof and Dev Play Games. If you like us, please rate us on your podcast service of choice. Tell your friends. And we're also on Patreon, Prof and Dev Play Games. Search us out. You can get a shout out, or you can tell us what our topic is going to be, and we should head to Patreon to see what our topics are going to be for this month. Until next week, hopefully we'll find out more about Shawn Layden in the next week.
I'd like to know more.
All right, folks. Thanks.
Later.